Hey, glad to be welcome back to the channel. Starting last in my video, which was doing Master Yoda's fourth FX lightsaber. So that did come in the mail for me. But today's video, this week's video, is going to get came in the mail just afterwards, and I thought, and it was just before I've come down to my dad's before I go back to uni. And it is this, which some of you may or may not know of. This is a vault, and this is for, of course, those who recognise is the vault for the Jedi Path. Now, this is going to be a bit tricky for me to do, but we're going to see how it goes. So it's got a button down here, right? So I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to press buttons. So after one, that's a beautiful noise, and out pops this. The Jedi Path. Now, put that aside here. Let's go. Now, to close up the Jedi Path, I simply do press this down here real quick, and get the Google's, which just simply click back into place. So you see I have had the process down just a little bit because this is actually a used Toyota one. But the person I got from has told me that it was everything was in there, which I've had before the video, and it is. So this is it. This is the Jedi Path. This is what I will be reviewing and what I will be showing you today. So this is after episode 3, this was pretty much the only sacred Jedi text that was almost pretty much left out of the codes of Order 66 when Anakin Skywalker turned Darth Vader, sacked the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, and the clones betrayed the Jedi. So we're going to open this up. And when we first open this up, we get this. And it is a note from Luke Skywalker. And it reads, The Jedi Path is one of the most amazing discoveries made since the opening of the new Jedi Academy. It was found among the artifacts recently acquired from the Squib salvage scale near the ruins of this and discovered like the Holocaust have acquired. But while it did, it also says how this particular book appears to be dated about 100% before it was passed out from master to Pele in succession, which is pretty much originally how it's supposed to go. The Jedi Path is pretty much a handbook to being and becoming a Jedi that goes from a young one to a Padawan to a knight to a master to a grandmaster, which is what we'll be covering, which other chapters I will be covering in videos. So it says here that the first person to own this book was Jedi Master and Grandmaster Yoda. And it apparently goes down to a Jedi called Sam Shimon, who says received the book when he was a child and remained in his care until his team. And they kept Dooku, or Dooku as he was known in the Jedi Order, before Dooku left the Jedi Order and turned to the dark side and became Lord Tyrannus. Dooku had the book, and then he, of course, gave the book to his Padawan, Qui-Gon Jinn. He then passed the book on to, of course, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it went down to Anakin, then Anakin gave it to Ahsoka during the Clone Wars. And then Darth Sidious actually acquired the book as well. And I can show you here on a little bit of something here. You can see all the signatures, but you can see in the red particularly, that's Darth Sidious. That is Palpatine's little signature. And then of course we have Luke. It appears that when Luke gets it, this is the only one in existence by the time Luke gets it. So it's a very, very particularly good book. And this one is very nice. The painting of it is quite soft, and as you can see, it's got these little worn edges. I don't know if you can tell. They're basically little worn bits, edges down the sides. Gives it that sense of it's been through a lot and it's been through history. So, and you get little, and because it's a Vault edition, you also get these little, something like little surprises inside, and we're about to discover the first one. So when you turn the page, we get, of course, this, which is the dry code, as you can see on the bottom. It's been burnt. So my understanding of that is is that got burnt during Order 66 or even perhaps yeah, I think it just got burnt during Order 66 and someone saved it or she saved it or yeah, that's just my thinking. I'm going to turn the page. Now, I'm just going to take this out because it's going to mess around with it and put it all back later. So this is of course the table of contents. So the first part you have Introduction to the Jedi Order, part 1. Part 2 is Jedi Initiative. Part 3, part 1. And then you have part 4, Jedi Master, it's got all the techniques. I'll return the page. Yeah, and then in that Jedi Path book, you've got like becoming a master, grandmaster, and then sensing death in the last part. Well, so we'll just go to a little bit. I'll say a little bit here. So the ball made these notes, and of course there's in this you'll see a chapter from a grandmaster fake husband. I'll say what that noise was in a second. As it got a little notes here, and interesting one is that Rhoda actually remembers him this masterpiece very clearly when he was a mere youngling when they first started out. And then you've got notes here for Qui-Gon on the other page. And Luke. And even Anakin, that one too. Now, well, I said there were bits and pieces in here. There's this. Now, this one here, is a note. It says, these pages were already torn out when the book came into my possession. I don't know who tried to suppress the prophecy, but it was most likely the Emperor. Luke. I can see that as well. Like from work about pages being torn out, and if only which pages he's talking about. He's talking about these ones. These ones here have been ripped out by the Emperor as he suspects. So, that's I think that's fair. Now the torn pages will only come in the Vault edition. If you have got another edition that isn't the vault edition. You have the pages here, but the pages will only just be blacked out and you can't read them. So we just pretty much just, there's, like drawing a clan, attire for a Jedi, so as we all know, attire for a Jedi, is that one there. And what's interesting in this one is the Darth Sidious has made a little note here, and he says, and this is nice to a sentence. Says, people will approach you looking for wisdom, others will beg you to fight their enemies, and others will attack you. On Darth Sidious is written, no, half the galaxy hates the Jedi, and the other half can be persuaded to ignore them. Well, I think after the Clone Wars, I think it might have been half on it. Because a lot of people like the Jedi after that. And then, you got, there's ones with understanding what I think is important and what I'm probably looking at a lot more. The same pillars. We got the first pillar. Now I'll just go through and just quickly show you what else has been left in the book, just quickly. Again, this from Glenn. This is a little Jedi coin. But I would also say that it is also a Republic credit. So if you remember back in episode 1, when Qui-Gon introduces when he does actually buy the hyperdrive to repair the ship when a good ship Watto might let him play with Republic credits. Now the reason for being a Padawan bring it. So it's actually up to do or not. So we can't, they got like what construction, I tried to how I told about constructing my lightsaber, like equipment for you to carry out on missions, just give you like simple. Then we've got also like the different forms of lightsaber combat. So we've got I'll just read out the forms. Form 2 is Makashi, which is what Dooku specialised in. And then we got for Form 3, which from memory is Ceresu. Then you got Form 4, which is Ataru, which is what Yoda was a master. Yoda actually mastered all of the lightsaber combat. But he, because of his short stature, he opted to pretty much use Form 4, and he actually used that to overwhelm his enemies with some, quite almost, strength and power. And I believe that Qui-Gon opted to use a bit of Form 4 when he was a bit younger as well. You got Form 5, which is CN, or as I like to call it, the dim side. Then you have got Form 6, which is Neumann, and it is also used in dual lightsaber combat. And I believe it, Form 3 is what Kenobi actually was a master, or as our most familiar call him, the master of Form 3. Got at all the different force sensibilities. I think I never got the kill equipment and the responsibilities. Just about the temple itself. It goes into what I talked about advanced cultures and politics in the Republic. So a bit of that. But there is actually this is what I look for. So when we play one, so as you know, we watch movies, if you watch episode 1, Obi-Wan Kenobi had a blade hanging down like this. And if you remember, when he became a Jedi or an Anakin's master in episode 1, he did not have the blade because he was no longer a Padawan, and he went to the knighting ceremony, and he lost that blade. Because we also talked about it about the trials. You want to get to know me, you gotta go through the trial, which is listed here. It does point out, however, that as Anakin points out, that actually no, Ahsoka pointed out that Ahsoka says, looks like this has flipped again during this current war. And then Palpatine actually makes more serious, like another little remark. He says, the punters during the Clone Wars overconfident Jedi are easily killed. And Luke says that he agrees with Palpatine that he was overconfident with his fight in Vader, but also makes a note that he actually lost a student too. They coffee got big noise ceremony, and then it just goes on from there about being like a Jedi Knight, taking a power one. I got Jedi Galileo. Oh, and I forgot. So this is a patch for the Jedi Starfighter core. Because it also goes to like different other colors, like like it can go like different like Guardian, Peacekeepers, Temple Custodian, Jedi Starfighters. I actually like the patch. Like the patch is pretty cool. Contour. I will discuss like force techniques. Advanced fight lightsaber techniques as well. There's just however I lightsaber techniques. Then it just goes into the second Great Wars, the second Great Schism, and the final war between the Sith and the Jedi. It also talks about the Battle of Ruslan. If you've read the books of Darth Bane, you'll know about that, which actually covers in here as well. That's the Darth Bane and the end of the shift. Which of course we need that to be true. And of course, I also go about other dark side organizations, but I want to read you something about how I think this makes a Jedi, I am a Jedi. I think this is made, I think this made a Jedi a bit too much, too gullible, and a bit too safe. It just go about how the Sith has been the enemies of the Jedi for thousands of years. Our side view them as an inevitable and even unnecessary counterbalance to the lifestyle where we put along after the battle of Ruslan, where the Sith were crumbled. However, and also said that the Republic, the citizens of the Republic, need no longer fear the title of Darth. But yet, they say that yet Palpatine started Sidious and then he became an emperor. So I ended up doing that anyway, so go figure. They actually make a pretty good point in this that I actually do enjoy. They say it is a leak, but whether on Darth Bane helped bring about the destruction of the Sith. But it is not surprising. It is the Sith way to scratch and claw for power. Well, yes, that was ultimately one of the what led to a lot of the Sith infighting and even with the Lord of Darkness. There still was a little bit. And they got like sketches, teachings. But what's more interesting for me is what is in the back. Now, what's in the back of these girlfriends? This is if I unfold it, which I'm probably shouldn't because it's going to be a pain in the butt for me to actually try and put back together. but you've got the Jedi High Council. These are basically all the different towers there that are guarding each of the four corners of the Jedi Temple. So you've got the Jedi High Council, which is guiding the order forward. You've got the Council of Reconciliation, meeting conflicts to bring peace. Now the reassignment council, which is sending Jedi out into the galaxy. And then of course you've got Life on, which is most important in my second to the Jedi Order. Second to the Jedi High Council for me is the Council of First Knowledge, which is learning through discovery. So that was pretty cool. And this is quite interesting. This, believe it or not, if you can read the language this is actually a menu from Dexter's Diner. If you remember from episode 2, Attack the Clones, where everyone goes in to talk to Dexter about their favourite art. But what's interesting is not this, but what is on the back. I don't think you can see what's on the back of the light, but I'm going to turn it around. It's everyone's lightsaber plans. So I think is very, very, I thought it was pretty good when I opened it up, like, oh, this is cool. So, and it says, with my former saber lost to the Sith assassin, I have been inspired to research the basics while designing its replacement. After far too many cups of usually like coffee or like a bit of coffee whips, I didn't buy that mark where they just have a bit of coffee or tea. Which says, thanks, Bob. I think I have a plan for a satisfying, elegant weapon, Kenobi. Of course, this is the one that he used in the Clone Wars and the Revenge of the Sith. So, if I'm going to have a talk about this book overall, I actually quite like it. It's interesting. It is a manual, but for me, it's more. It's also pretty cool to see different like the steps of the job, but I think it's also cool to see the little handwritten notes by Yoda, Qui-Gon, Dame, Dooku, Sidious, when he got and what he thought, like how he made a bit of a mockery of the teachings of the Order. And then Kenobi, but also how Luke starting up his own Jedi Order, and he looks at this and he makes some notes about what he's how he's implementing some of these things into his own order. Um, and you got like Kenobi and all the others fighting them. All the like just like the different parts of the order. Like if you go past like the drug like be a power. I especially like the size of the pages where it's like old and tattered like it's ancient. I mean, I actually will admit that I actually do read this quite a bit, because I just find it interesting. I find it helpful, believe it or not, in my own day-to-day activities. I actually find these three pillars to be a bit helpful. That might sound weird, saying that this comes from my microwave universe, but I think there is some motivating anyway. There is some aspects of the Force, knowledge and self-discipline that you could use in your own day-to-day life, which I do, and yeah. But anyway, the Jedi Path, if you've got this book, I mean, even if you don't have the vault with all the stuff in it, what do you think of the book? There is this one, which is the original one, and then there is the Disney one, the other one that Disney has brought out that does not have the prophecy pages ripped out of the book. It's just like all like blacked out and stuff. But what do you think of this? Do you think it's a cool book like I do? What do you think about what's inside? What do you think? Put it down in the comments. Let's have a discussion about it. I'd like to know your thoughts on the Jedi Path. Of course, there goes my Jedi credit. Of course, if you are if we ever do get to call or later, you got some money. There you go. This is a little funny joke for you. So, a bit of a fun one. So, what are your thoughts are? Let me know down below. And until next time, folks, I am out, and may the Force be with you.